I'm ranking every fully evolved Pokemon's forklift skills, from the soaring heights of S tier, all the way down to the murky depths of F tier. This is the ultimate Pokemon Forklift Tier List.
Gengar, F tier.
Gengar likes killing people. There, I said it. I know this may be a bold opinion, but I think killing people is kinda bad.
Onix, untiered.
Pewter City Gym Leader Brock's Rock-Hard Snake is way too big to fit on a forklift. I spent hours imagining how Brock's giant Rock-Hard Snake could somehow fit inside that little forklift, but in the end, I had to accept that sometimes size does matter.
Hypno, D tier.
Hypno is always carrying around a pendulum that puts people into a deep slumber. Just looking at Hypno for more than a few seconds will make you start.
Kingler, D tier.
Maybe Kingler wouldn't be so bad if some Pokemon didn't try to drive with big, meaty claws.
What did you say, punk?
Big, meaty claws.
Well, these claws ain't for just attracting mates.
Bring it on, Kingler.
Electrode, F tier.
According to some of Electrode's Pokédex entries, Electrode explodes in response to just a slight amount of stimulation. Just like me, for real for real.
Exeggutor, untiered.
I came to the astute observation that Exeggutor is a tree with no arms.
Marowak, C tier.
Marowak has bones. Forklift operators have bones. Coincidence? I think not! Marowak's bone-handling abilities would translate to forklift operation, but since Onix established that size does matter, that will keep Marowak in the C tier.
Hitmonlee, A tier.
Hitmonlee's legs can expand and contract to adapt to whatever forklift setup it's given. This ability, along with its superhuman leg strength, makes up for Hitmonlee looking like a fully shaved Tasmanian devil. Maybe it's getting close to beach season and Hitmonlee wants to show off for the ladies.
Hitmonchan, C tier.
Just like an out-of-shape kid in gym class, Hitmonchan needs breaks every 3 minutes when doing a strenuous physical activity like driving a forklift. The difference between Hitmonchan and an unfit child is that Hitmonchan can perform like a world-class boxer, whereas that kid can barely make it up a single flight of steps. Good managers know that workers don't deserve any breaks, which knocks Hitmonchan down to C tier.
Lickitung, S tier.
Lickitung uses its 6-foot-long tongue like an extra limb. With 2 legs on the pedals and 2 hands on the steering wheel, Lickitung's tongue is free to wrap around, pull, and manipulate every switch and lever on a forklift. This makes Lickitung a god-tier forklift operator, even though it makes everyone a little uncomfortable to see Lickitung going to town on the forklift's knobs.
Weezing, D tier.
Like a lactose-intolerant Snorlax that just ate a gallon of ice cream, Weezing secretes noxious gases with every movement it makes. Weezing doesn't put anyone's life in danger, but it will transform a warehouse into a chamber of farts.
Rhydon, S tier.
If you combine the forklift skills of a rhino, a dinosaur, and a human, you'll get Rhydon. It reportedly shows signs of higher intelligence and is built like an absolute unit. It's so strong that direct hits from a cannon won't leave a single mark on Rhydon. This makes it an S tier Pokemon for operating a forklift and surviving labor disputes.
Chansey, C tier.
Even though it doesn't have the best skills for forklift operation, Chansey does have a caring nature. It's kind-hearted, and it lays eggs every single day. And if that doesn't make it a great member of a support staff, then I don't know what does.
Tangela, D tier.
Tangela is an OSHA hazard. Each one of its vines is an opportunity for this Pokemon to get ensnared in a piece of machinery. If you're a warehouse manager and have an opportunity to hire a Tangela, I would highly advise against it.
Kangaskhan, A tier.
Kangaskhan has the power and maternal instincts needed to be a great forklift operator. Carrying a baby around with it at all times does make Kangaskhan a minor liability though. I got in a ton of trouble when my boss found out that I was carrying around a baby at my warehouse, especially when they learned that it wasn't even mine.
Seadra, untiered.
Like the seahorse that it's based on, Seadra is a purely aquatic creature. And even if you did bring it out of the water, I doubt any of Seadra's coworkers would want to see hundreds of Horsea spewing from the male Seadra's brood pouch through muscular contractions.
Seaking, untiered.
According to the Pokédex, trainers who are crazy for Seaking are divided into horn enthusiasts and fin enthusiasts. Are you a horn fan or a fin fan? Let everyone know down in the comments section below.
Starmie, D tier.
Starmie's unusual body shape led local people to spread rumors that this Pokemon may be an invader from outer space. And according to my wacky uncle, these illegal aliens are bad, and we need to keep them from taking our jobs.
Mr. Mime, S tier.
As Ash's mom knows, Mr. Mime's hands are truly magical. According to the Pokédex, Mr. Mime creates invisible walls in midair by vibrating its fingertips. Now we know why she kept a Mr. Mime around for years after Ash's dad left. For creating invisible walls and driving forklifts, of course.
Scyther, C tier.
Some people hypothesize that Scyther might have gotten its name from the giant scythes it has for hands. Although this theory is a bit of a stretch, we do know that Scyther's scythes are sharp enough to cut anything in two. This might hold Scyther back a few tiers.
Jynx, A tier.
Jynx is a female-only, human-like Pokemon that nobody can seem to understand.
As a strong, independent
nobody can tell what
Pokemon,
Jynx
I
is
bring a
saying.
unique perspective
Not a
to the workplace,
single word.
combining resilience
Completely
and adaptability with a
incomprehensible.
keen-
Electabuzz, B tier.
Eagles guy here with Flex Seal. Tired of Electabuzz shocking everyone while it's using a forklift? Just cover your forklift in Flex Seal. This liquid rubber in a can will stop Electabuzz's electricity in its tracks. Order today, and we'll throw in a second rubber-coated forklift at no extra cost. Call now.
Magmar, F tier.
5 reasons why Magmar is an F-tier forklift driver. It has a body temperature of 2200 degrees Fahrenheit. It spits out flames to warm up its environment. It would make the forklift's propane tank explode. It would burn down the warehouse. Its head looks like a butt.
Pinsir, A tier.
Pinsir gets its name from the giant pair of pincers on its head. I think Pinsir's designer might have accidentally made a mistake when drawing its mouth, so I decided to fix it, free of charge.
Tauros, Untiered.
You can grab a bull by the horns, but you can't use those horns to operate a forklift. I tried grabbing Tauros by some of its other body parts to see if that would bump it up a few tiers, but I highly recommend against that.
Gyarados, Untiered.
Today, I will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Gyarados is a shrimp. Gyarados has barbels. Shrimp have barbels. I rest my case.
Lapras, Untiered. Lapras versus LaCroix. Fight! Lapras is actually a Pokemon. Lives in the ocean. Can't be drank. LaCroix kinda sorta tastes like pamplemousse. Is not a Pokemon. Is a carbonated beverage. Winner! Ditto! S tier.
Ditto can transform into anything, even people. And get this, the best part is Ditto can't talk. Imagine Ditto transforming into a world-class forklift driver, and it doesn't bother asking you about stupid things like your hopes, and dreams, and people you care about.
Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. D tier.
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of Pokemon Forklift operation, Vaporeon might not be the most compatible Pokemon for humans? Vaporeon are only an average of 3 foot 3 inches tall and 63.9 pounds, which means they're too small to handle a forklift. There's no doubt in my mind that Jolteon and Flareon would be incredibly small too. So small that they could barely operate a forklift for hours without getting sore.
Porygon, F tier.
Did you know that Porygon got episode 38 of the Pokemon anime banned worldwide? Apparently. Kids and warehouse workers shouldn't be subjected to repeatedly flashing strobe lights anymore.
Omastar, D tier.
Imagine being dead for millions of years just to be revived in a research lab and told to get on a forklift. I can't really blame Omastar for sucking in that situation.
Kabutops, C tier.
Unlike Omastar, Kabutops had the foresight of developing a more forklift-capable body before dying millions of years ago. Kabutops finally gets the last laugh now that it's been resurrected and sent to an Amazon warehouse in Omaha, Nebraska.
Aerodactyl, F tier.
Aerodactyl would have been a B tier if it didn't, quote, go for the enemy's throat with its serrated saw-like fangs. End quote. I don't know about you, but Getting my jugular torn to shreds by a pterodactyl is not on my forklift operation wish list.
Snorlax, untiered.
Snorlax is so fat that when it steps on a scale, it shows a phone number for its weight. But when you call that phone number, it forwards you to a call center in Bangladesh. It's a good thing that number showed up, because they let me know I owed the government thousands of dollars in Google Play gift cards. Thanks for keeping me out of tax trouble, Snorlax.
Articuno and Zapdos, D tier.
Did you know that Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are themed around the Spanish words for 1, 2, and 3? This is so that the kind of people who decide to practice their Spanish pronunciation at a Chipotle in Des Moines, Iowa can learn Spanish. Even though these Pokemon are effective Spanish teachers, Articuno and Zapdos can't be taught how to drive a forklift.
Moltres, F tier.
Just like Articuno and Zapdos, Moltres can't be taught how to drive a forklift either. But what makes Moltres an F tier is its fire drift. Hold on. I think I might have read that wrong. It drips fire. Like, everywhere. Its warehouse would probably burn down and everyone would kinda die.
Dragonite, A tier.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a Dragonite should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat orange body off the ground. Dragonite, of course, flies anyway, because Dragonite's just built different. And if Dragonite can fly, despite the laws of physics stating otherwise, then why can't it be a great forklift operator?
Mewtwo, F tier.
Mewtwo is genetically engineered to levitate, control minds, and have telepathic powers. This would make Mewtwo a great forklift supervisor if it wasn't also genetically engineered to destroy everything it sees. Safe forklift operation and murder are like oil and water. They just don't mix.
Mew, S tier.
Mew just took a DNA test, turns out it's 100% Guianese. Mew's genome contains the DNA of every single Pokemon. That allows it to mix and match the best forklift operating techniques from over 1,000 Pokemon into one pint-sized package. As far as I'm concerned, Mew is a forklift certified god. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, it would be a huge help to the channel if you left a like, and if you wanted to see more Pokemon Forklift videos, feel free to subscribe. I'll have part 3 coming out soon, and see ya. Have a good one.